Now, I have been to some of the most beautiful places in the planet, and I've been to some of the poorest places of the planet. And I will tell you that the two most poorest places that I have been to, one was in Johannesburg, South Africa, and one was in the area that you travel through when you land in, when you go to Cabo San Lucas. You travel through a very, very impoverished, really, really bad, just very bad poverty area. I don't remember what the name is, but you fly and to get from the airport to Cabo San Lucas, which is the tourist facilities where all the hotels and resorts and everything are. You go through this really, really depraved and impoverished area of the city. And what I noticed in both places, because I stopped in both places, I spent some time in the shanty cities in South Africa. I mean, when I say some time, I'm not talking about days. I'm talking about like a few hours. And same thing in Cabo San Lucas. We just stopped there, and the guy in the bus thought I was crazy, but we stopped there, and I had a little bit of money, and I just, it wasn't. I mean, it couldn't have been more than like maybe $20, but I just and change, and so I don't know. Maybe I did it for myself to make myself feel better. I have no idea, but the one thing that I noticed in both these places that were really, really, really poor places, okay, is how happy those people were. How incredibly happy those people were. They didn't seem to bicker. They didn't seem to create drama. They just seemed to be happy people. I didn't see anybody raising their voices or screaming, yelling, and here I am, I've got some money, but they all had smiles on their face. I didn't see anybody pushing. Some of the kids maybe pushed a little bit. Nobody was pushing. Nobody was trying to grab. They were patient. They were smiling. They were appreciative. They were. It wasn't like I see in other places. And even after the little bit of money that I had in Mexico that I gave out, I spent another hour there, and people were nice. They were smiling, even though they knew I didn't have anything more to give them. They were smiling. In Johannesburg, same thing. I didn't see anybody being bitter or angry or, complaining or just whatever. I didn't see any of it. And I realized that here are two communities on the opposite side of the hemisphere, on two different parts of the planet, different ethnicities and religions and belief systems, but they were very, 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 very poor. And they were very, 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 very happy people. And I realized at that point that it has nothing to do with money or even food or even shelter. It all has to do with a choice. You can choose to be happy, or you can choose to be miserable. You can choose to see this current situation as this devastating, apocalyptic type scenario that's coming down. Or you can choose to see this as an abscess that's come to a head, and the fever that the planet has and the pain that the planet has is now at the point that the planet could potentially die. But as with any abscess, you cut it and you open it up and you drain it, and then the fever disappears and the pain dissipates, and now healing can actually occur. And that this is what we are at as far as a juncture in time, that this is the most significant time to be alive on this planet, and that we have an opportunity right now to change the course of this third planet from the sun in our solar system, to change the trajectory of this planet, to change the future of mankind. And how exciting it is for us to have been selected to be the ones here to help usher in this new phase, to actually bear the burden of toiling through and fighting for this change that our children and our grandchildren and their children will benefit from. It's the same situation, but which sounds better to you? Right? It's a choice. I can choose to be miserable and scared and victimized, or I can choose to say, you know what? I'm going to do everything I possibly can in my own power, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to do whatever it takes in my power to help somebody else become awake, to become empowered with knowledge so they can no longer be victimized. It's a choice.